Ever feel sluggish? Kind of just kind of, June gloom, even though it's not June. You feel kind of out of it. The Doldrums. It's a weird name, but it's talking about being physically sluggish, kind of stuck in a rut. Everybody says, I'm kind of feeling blah. I'm stuck in the mud. I say, jump out. And that's what we're going to be discussing on our next episode of Chattin' It Up with CJ. Well, I'm so glad that you stayed, and we're going to be talking about how to get yourself out of that rut. That mental rut that keeps you sluggish, the one that kind of like wears you down and think, why can't I rise above this? Hey, it's a real thing. Everybody has their highs and their lows. And we're going to be talking about how to get out of the low and into the high. I have to practice that quite daily on my own journey through life. There's things that have been bogging me down, and I thought about how can I get myself back up? I did by joining a fitness club, going out there, being around people. When I'm around the people, I want to be energized. I want to find reasons to live rather than sitting around eating bonbons and making a divot in my couch with my butt. I did say that, didn't I? You want to get out of that stagnant part. There's mental resets that you could do to help yourself. And in doing this, these quick little resets will help you build up your endorphins. They'll help you with dopamine, like a little 5-minute task, little things that you could do. Maybe do the dishes. I hate doing the dishes. But you know what? Sometimes you just do a few dishes, things to get you moving. More often than not, getting started is the hardest part of being stagnant. Sometimes you just don't feel like it. That's why we say 5 minutes will make a big difference. Think about going out and changing your scenery. If you're sitting on a couch and it's the same place that you're always sitting at, think about moving to a chair by the window. You have a different scenery to look at. Sometimes the light coming in, the natural light, will actually help you as well. Something about being said of being in a dark room opposed to being in a room filled with natural light. That makes all the difference in the world. They seem like little tiny things, but they are really big things for us. There's another thing that you might want to consider is stop looking at your social media. Sometimes you just need to put it down, stop scrolling around. We all get that thumber. We all have that thumb ailment. The one where you're scrolling everything. Stop it. That doesn't help anything. Why stare at other people in their happy pictures? Why stare at other people and putting out their best life? You don't know what happens when they're not on social media. Maybe their life is not all that grand and they put out a better picture for everyone to see so that their perfect life is shown on social media while you're in the doldrums and while you're in stagnation and you're feeling kind of all you're doing is looking at other people with their happy smiles, which may be fake to begin with. Think about it. Why stare at other people and feel lower about yourself? You know how you feel. And let's face it, I'm guilty of it too. I will not put a bad picture of myself on social media. What's the thing? Take my picture. Let me check it first before you post it. People will always put out their best foot forward on social media. They'll always show the happy stuff. Something to think about. Why do that to yourself? Physical boost, they're always going to help you out. Like I said, I joined a fitness group and 10 minutes of walking, whether it's on a treadmill or around the block, will clear up mental fog. The other thing too is that we weren't meant to be alone. Human beings are a very social people. You want to have that social interaction. When you are trying to get yourself moving, if you walk around the block for 10 minutes, if you move up and down the street, even walking within your own home, just walk because you're going to get oxygen flowing. Your blood will be moving. If you walk significantly every day around the block, You have the potential of having some weight loss. Hydrate yourself, drink water. Sometimes when you're dehydrated, first of all, it's not good to be dehydrated. But if you're dehydrated, that's going to work against you too. So drink a glass of water. It's always good. Circulation's always good. Any of these things that you decide to do will combat any potential comorbidities. If you're fighting something already, help yourself. A good example is both my parents were diabetics. And every doctor that I spoke to when it came to diabetes told them walk. Walking is good. Walking is an excellent way to lower your A1C. Your body needs it. Another thing to consider is if you're able to, speak to a therapist. There's nothing weak in that, there's nothing wrong in that. Speaking to a therapist is probably one of the best things you could do for yourself, and it is an investment in yourself. I am a strong, staunch supporter of the therapy session. I have done it for many years. But, you don't want to. Everybody says, I could talk to my friend, I could do whatever. Sure, you could do that. But I'll be the first to say, you don't want to wear out your friend. You don't want to wear out, maybe you're talking about your friend. Think about it. But the main thing is that you don't keep it inside. You keep something inside of you, it's not going to be beneficial for you because eventually it does come out. Question is, how will it come out if you keep it inside? That can be kind of tricky. You don't want to have a moment of anger or frustration. That's the whole reason to go into therapy is to get it out so that you don't have those moments, right? So stay healthy in that respect. And a lot of times, insurance policies do cover that. They have mental health therapy sessions. It's not a sign of weakness. It's about taking care of yourself and loving yourself. That's something you got to remember. And you're a better person to other people in result. Find a hobby or something that you enjoy doing. Maybe there's something that you really wanted to do, but you just keep putting it off. Do it. Someone gave me a Nook book. Where is that thing? It's right there. I have the light turned off right now, but it's like a wood puzzle, and it's a display box of things. Do jigsaw puzzle, do things to exercise your brain, do things. Maybe you like quilting, join a quilting club, find people that you have things in common with, or do like a jigsaw puzzle, things that give you enjoyment. Some people like going out in the garden and gardening and planting things and making things pretty. Me, I like making videos. I like being in the studio. I like playing my instruments, and those are my things that I enjoy to do. Find yourself something that maybe you've been putting off. Maybe it's time to do that. Another thing that I would suggest is daydream. As simple as it is, it doesn't cost anything, but daydream. I daydream of travel. I daydream of what I could do in the future. You could do that too. The point is, find something that you look forward to, something that you have something to strive for. A lot of times when we make plans, it's for our future. And if you have something that you really desire to do, that's always something to keep you motivated to move in that direction. Don't discredit yourself. Don't say, well, it's too expensive. I can't do that. You know what? That's when you save. And the more you save, you get closer to your goal. Or maybe set your sights a little bit more to a smaller goal. Maybe something that's more attainable. There's nothing wrong with that. And the ultimate in this is acts of service. If you have the ability to help someone else, or maybe just do acts of charity for another person, what is better than to serve other people? When you're not feeling 100%, when you help someone else, they're going to feel grateful. And in return, it is strange, but when you give to other people, you get that much more back. You will feel accomplished, and immediately you'll get your dopamine hit from that as well. Sometimes when you're feeling low, it's better to concentrate on other people. And with that, I leave you with anti-doldrum ideas. I know, sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes time to get out of that divot out of your couch so your butt has something other to do than to be sat upon. Maybe it's time to get your butt off of the couch and get it moving. I say this with love. Be blessed and always be good to yourself.
Hey, thanks for watching. And please remember to hit the subscribe button. We are trying to grow our channel and reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, for every new subscriber, these two nutheads right here, they're going to get a treat, so we will all be happy. Thanks for watching.